Hello, Jefferson family, week 27 at home PE health edition. We're going to talk about your ears. Now, the last week we talked about our teeth and we've talked about our eyes. Now we're going to our ears. So, what are ears? Your ear is made of three different sections. So, your ears have three different sections that work together to collect sounds and send them to the brain. And they are the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Now, I can't really do that on my head when I'm pointing. So, outer, inner, and middle. So, how do the ears work? Now, let's talk about the outer ear. Start there. The outer ear is made of the pinna, also called the auricle, and the ear canal. So, it's the auricle and the ear canal. The pinna or the auricle is the part of the ear you see on the side of your head. It's made of tough cartilage covered by skin. Its main job is to gather sounds and funnel them to the ear canal, which is right there, which is the pathway that leads to the middle ear. Glands in the skin lining the ear canal make earwax. And earwax, sounds gross, protects the canal by cleaning out dirt and helping to prevent infections. So there's three parts to the ear: outer, middle, inner. The outer ear, this part, along with the ear canal. Now remember, this ear right here, this is not bone. This is all cartilage. So it can get all moved around and there. I can't do that to my radius, because it's a bone. But my ear, squish, 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 I can do. Now the middle ear. The middle ear is the good vibrations. The middle ear is an air-filled cavity that turns sound waves into vibrations and delivers them to the inner ear. The middle ear is separated from the outer ear by the eardrum, or the tympanic membrane. So just go with the eardrum. A thin piece of tissue stretched tight across the ear canal. Sounds hit the eardrum, and then they make it move. So sounds come in through your auricle here, down your ear canal, then they go to your eardrum, and that thin layer there starts to move, and that's how we hear things. The movement leads to vibrations of three very small bones in the middle ear, known as the ossicles. The ossicles are I'm sorry, guys, these words are tough ones. Well, I'll just go with a simple one. The hammer, which is attached to the eardrum, boom, boom. The incus, the anvil, which is attached to the malleus, which attached to the hammer. And the stirrup, which is attached to the anvil and is the smallest bone in the body. So there's lots of small little different bones in there that help you hear, but it all comes down to that eardrum. You got to make sure that sound hits the eardrum. To hear properly, the pressure on both sides of your eardrum must be equal. When you go up and down in elevation, so either you're going upstairs or going up a mountain, driving up a mountain, going up the pass, or even going on an airplane, the air pressure changes and you may feel a popping sensation in your ears. They adjust, your ears adjust to that popping, to the narrow, oh gosh, what's that word? Eustachian tube, and connects to the middle ear of the back of the nose and acts as a sort of pressure valve. So the pressure stays balanced. So you're going up in an airplane or you're going down, you ears start to go, it hurts. And so you go, and you try to blow your nose by holding it. All that pressure pops your ears, and then your eardrum and all that air goes, because it has to be equal on both sides. When you're going up in an airplane, you're going up, whee, pressure goes up, but your ear on the inside of your ear is pressure filled, so it's protected. This is all protected here, so it's starting to come down, and it's protected, so it's got to be like, well, it's not even, so we got to get it even. So that's why we pop, boop. Now, the third part of the ear, so there's three parts, is the inner ear. That's where the nerve signals start. Vibrations from the middle ear change into nerve signals in the inner ear. The inner ear includes the cochlea and the semicircular canals. The snail shape changes the vibration from the middle ear into the nerve signals. These signals travel to the brain, known as the auditory nerve. So auditory, have you heard anything that says auditory? That's hearing. So I'm having auditory issues or anything like that. Auditory nerve talks about hearing. All right, now the canals look like three tiny tubes. It's their job to help you balance. The canals are filled with fluid and lined with tiny hairs. When your head moves and the fluid in your canal sloshes around, moving the hairs. The hairs send the position information as signals to the vestibular nerve in your brain. Vestibular. The brain interprets these signals and sends messages to your muscles that help you keep balance. If I just do this, I'm going to stay in balance because the vestibular nerves are telling the rest of my body, this guy's being a ding dong, but don't let him fall over right now. However, let's say you start to do a bunch of spinners. So like right now when I'm saying, when you spin around and stop, the reason you feel dizzy is because the fluid in your head in the semicircular canals continues to slosh around for a while, giving your brain the idea that you're still spinning even when you aren't. When the fluid stops moving, the dizziness goes away. So you start to spin for 10 big spins and you start to fall over. All that fluid is still. And now we're receiving again. Whoa, that was a head rush. I feel better though. So the cochlear nerve, which is attached to the cochlea and sends sound information to the brain. The vestibular nerve, which carries the balance information to the canals of the brain, together make up the vestibulocochlear nerve. My goodness, guys, there's a lot of big words, but the big part is 3 parts of your ear. Outer, middle, inner. Outer is this. Middle is protecting that eardrum, and the inner makes sure your dizziness doesn't fall over. If they're not all even, we have issues. So, how can I keep my ears healthy? Well, here's one. Don't use Q-tips. Now, Mr. Briggs is going to tell you right now he uses Q-tips every single day. He does. It's a necessity. I feel like I need to. However, it's recommended you don't. Don't stick things like cotton swabs or fingernails in your ears. Why would you put a fingernail in there? You're going to start scratching things up. Doing so can scratch your ear canal, push earwax deeper into the ear, and even rupture the eardrum. If you rupture your eardrum, trust me, it hurts a lot. I've done it a couple times. If earwax bothers you, so you're having a hard time hearing, or you start to lay down, you feel things just like, what's that in my ear? And you just gooey right there. That's the time you talk to somebody. Talk to a family member. Like, I think I need to go to the doctor. My ear hurts. And they'll be able to go to the doctor, and the doctor will be able to look in there with his little tube and go, with her little tube and go, yeah, that's kind of, we got to fix that. So they'll be able to scrape out some of that earwax. Another one is protect your hearing. Turn down the volume on everything. On video games, TV, music players, you get your speakers in, boom, boom, boom. You don't need to hear that. You can hear the boom, boom, boom. Same. It's all the same. Wear your hearing protection, like earplugs and protective ear muffs and headphones if you're around loud noises. Hearing damage builds over time, but it doesn't take long for the problems to develop. Mr. Briggs used to play something called steel drums. Now, if some of you are actually being awesome and going to the music part of your lesson, the music is taught by a guy named Mr. Leggett. And he used to teach me how to play steel drums. And all those steel drums hurt my ears. So I've lost some hearing from loud noises right next to my head. However, we're learning. So, long story short, turn down the music. Don't use cotton swabs. 3 parts to your ears. Outer part of the ear, inner, middle. Outer part's all about collecting sounds. Yeah. Now, also, I've attached this link right here so you can read over what I've said, along with a fun one right here on fun facts for kids about your ear, and a lot of cool pictures on it and all that stuff. So it's going to be good for you. Lots of stuff to look at. Otherwise, thank you. Ears. One more week, then we got spring break. Bye.